The VIN on this Buick cannot tell you what it is, not the part that matters most. 1970. A Buick GS 455 built at Flint. The VIN starts 44637 for the hardtop or 44667 for the convertible. If the VIN says Skylark, the conversation is over, no matter what is bolted to the engine and no matter how good the story is. Welcome back to Big Block Radio. Here is the part that catches people. That VIN confirms a GS 455. It does not confirm Stage 1. Stage 1 was an option code rather than a separate model, and option codes do not live in the VIN. Buick built roughly 2,865 Stage 1 coupes for 1970, and 232 convertibles. The real ones are out there. So are the tribute cars wearing decals. The incentive is obvious. Stage 1 sits at the top of the Buick performance market, and the visible differences are subtle. Chrome valve covers and a pair of badges can carry a story a long way. So the badge cannot prove it, and the paperwork can. That is the whole job. The rating was 360 horsepower. The torque figure was the one that mattered. 510 pound-feet at 2,800 RPM. Low-down shove in a quiet-looking hardtop. Motor Trend ran a showroom stock car through the quarter mile in 13.38 seconds at 105.5 miles an hour. Good news for a buyer with a flashlight. Stage 1 was real hardware, not a decal. The heads used larger valves. 2.125 inches on the intake against 2.00. 1.75 on the exhaust against 1.625. Dual valve springs, a higher lift camshaft, a rejetted carburetor, a recurved distributor, a high volume fuel pump, a larger oil pickup, a 7-blade fan, and a posy rear. Stage 1 cars also wore chrome valve covers, where lesser Buicks made do with paint. Every line of that list is something a careful buyer can check. That is the point. Any one part can be added later, so hardware alone never proves a car. Missing hardware disproves one fast. On automatic cars, look for the transmission code BB. An original one carries a serial that reads as a 4, followed by the last 8 digits of the VIN. Then go looking for paper. The body sheet hides on top of the fuel tank, under the sound deadener, or in the rear seat springs. The Flint build sheet turns up under the dash, or against the driver's side pillar. Either one settles the argument in a way a fresh set of stripes never will. The Stage 1 registry keeps the definitive identification notes, and it is worth reading in full. If the seller claims Stage 1 but cannot show paperwork or correct hardware, price it as a base car. Let the story become a free bonus if it later proves out. A seller holding a real one knows exactly what proof looks like. If a deal cannot survive a build sheet hunt, it was never a deal. Another one always comes along.